Hi guys, Bruce here. Well, I have been looking for a tool cart ever since I saw Zippo Varga's replacement tool cart. He bought a US General, which is a really good make, I think, even though they're not expensive. And what I wanted it for was I wanted to put a rolling cart right underneath the benches right in there. So my size requirements were very, very specific. Because I'm on a grade beam here, the measurements have to go to this concrete, not to the wall. So I had 18 inches up to about 28, so I could have room for my parts pail. That's my parts pail there. So I found this one, and by gosh, look at this. Now it's rough, and it's been broken into, and I've already got this drawer so it'll slide. But it's 17 and a quarter, which is perfect, by 27, and less than 34 inches tall, because that's the height of my benches, right, underneath. So it's 30 and a half, and my benches are 34. So it's dirty and ugly, but look what I paid for it, and I didn't even dicker on the price. Whoop. 20 bucks. And what I want this for is, you guys have seen me many times go out onto the apron of the garage where I do my dirty work. You know, I scrape out the lawnmowers, or I weld, or I do whatever. But anyway, it was 20 bucks, not 420 bucks, right? So just look at this. Looks like we got a... Oh yeah, wheel's got a flat spot. Yeah, wheel's got a flat spot. Isn't that ultimately cool? And then room for my junk pail. So that's why I bought it, and it fits perfectly in there. But it's all going to be cleaned up and fixed and possibly even welded, right? And then here I could put all, isn't that awful in there? Looks like it came from a farm. And I'm going to put all my towels and funnels and stuff, right? So I needed something that was out of the way, because when you're in the city, in a city shop, you don't have a lot of room. All right, the cleanup begins. I'm just getting all the cobwebs out of it. I haven't decided whether I'm going to just use the shop vac or the dust broom. So what I'm thinking of doing with these wheels is I want to be able to steer it from the front with a handle on the top here, and just push it straight back in, so I don't have to go around my parts pail. I know, a guy gets ideas and he gets fixated on them. So I'm going to put the fixed casters on the back and the rolling casters on the front. So there's already one on the front. I just have to take this one off and swap it with this one. Okay, this wheel has a little flat spot on it. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna it looks like they had the brakes locked and they were dragging it around the shop. So this is gonna have a better life here. I might just take the edges off this flat spot and it'll be amazingly better. So, or I could buy a new coaster too, right? I mean, it's not a question of money, it's a question of doing it. So anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm working at getting the flat spot off this I guess it would be the bottom of the wheel, right? And I've come a long way already. It's only been 5 minutes. And if I really think about it, there it is there. And I've put some felt pen marks right where the flat spot is so I don't file there. And I'm feathering the flat spot out. And I'm also taking a little bit of roundness out of the rest of the entire wheel. So, I know, I could buy a new wheel too, and I probably will, but you know what? It's not school I hate, it's the principle of the thing. Okay guys, so mostly what I did, where's the flat spot? I can hardly find it anymore. Right there, there's the ink. I just went on either side of that ink, and I gradually made that longer, and ended up, the best tool was a rasp. You'd think something electric would work, and I think it's going to be fine. It's a toolbox on concrete. Alright guys, next issue. These wheels can go on anyway because the wheel's a swivel, right? But I want it to slide forward and back, not sideways. So the wheel's going to have to go on like this, not like that. So I've thought about putting 4 different swivels on here, but that makes it kind of hard to push around. It's kind of like, well, this chair where the camera is sitting on. You guys might have seen that. So anyway, I've got my 3 holes marked because I can use that one. And I'm going to center punch them and drill them. And the back wheelbase is going to be, looks like, about 1/2 inch wider than the front, which is absolutely great. So I guess I'll just mark my center punch. Perfect. Now I should have 1/8 of an inch. I just keep an 1/8 of an inch bit in a drill, and oil. I should probably just, let's use it. We can use anything, eh? Let's just use a squirt of lithium on there. It'll clean up. Okay, see if this works. Now let's wipe that oil off there and see how close we are. Where'd the wheel go? With kingdom for a wheel. I was using a drill bit to line that up. It's going to be perfect. We won't even have to re-drill any of them. Yes, you are. Ooh, looks like it needs a little oil. And it could also be a dull bit, right? There we go. Turn up the drill. So in my other life, which meant my working life, I was an equipment installer, so you can imagine how many holes I've drilled in my time. Okay, so little things that you're taught as an equipment installer or any other trade is this side had some corrosion on it and this side hadn't any. So I cleaned the corrosion off of this side and then I put the nice side out. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Perfect, we'll just do the other one. Alright guys, now I'm just making the little plate on the front that covers that ugly hole. 4 1/8" holes to drill, and then my drill press probably won't reach that. Nope. But there's always plan B there. Remember, we're not building the space shuttle, right? Not everything goes according to plan either. Okay, I'll just buzz this stuff off the back. Alright, now I'm just going to clean this with brake cleaner and spray paint it first with a primer and then with the black. Okay, here's the handle hanging to dry, and here is the handle bracket hanging to dry, and we'll just rivet that with 1/8" rivets into the front where this goes. And I don't have any toolbox red yet, but I want to get a little bit of red and get rid of that paint on that where that tape is. I might tape the whole drawer off and just paint the fronts, just the front clip, because you don't want to, if it's off color you can get away with it if it's on a transition like that, but if you start spraying the whole toolbox it'll look worse than it is now. So that's what we're covering up, right? It's coming. Pardon me guys, I do this all the time. The paint's wet on the handle. Not that wet. I used a heater gun to. My old saying, right? Lord grant me patience, but hurry. Okay. So there it is. I've got liners in every drawer. Looks a heck of a lot better than it did when it came in, eh? Shove it back into its proper location. There. Benches are clean. So I also have the option of taking that toolbox and sticking it on top of there, similar but smaller to that, right? And then putting it, whoops, get some light, right where that ladder is there. Alright guys, this is kind of what I had in mind. I know there's a lot of tools on the top, and there's a lot of nice tools on the top, but when you need something, it's either going to be up on the wall or just to reach down now instead of going over there. And over here is going to be more shop tools, eh? Like automotive, carpentry, just like what it says, but it's going to change. I haven't changed any of the labeling yet. So, first drawer is going to be for when I start cleaning out lawnmowers and stuff, you know, like when a lawnmower comes in, it needs to be have the broccoli scraped out and all that. So that's kind of what that's about. And then my carburetor cleaning kit is what's in this buck knife thing. Oh, it rolls a bit, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. And then there's the impact stuff, small engine, valve tools. So this is the small engine cart, right? And then down here, not done yet. And then of course, underneath I haven't even got anything yet at all. But hopefully it's all going to work out by the time I'm done. I think it looks cool. Yes, my tools are out in the open, but they are up there too. Just a little addition there for you.